Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a Punched Out Thursday to Die For with Kathy, Krista, Ronnie, Sue, Dorothy, Sonia, and myself. So today I went kind of old school and grabbed a picture of my son from many moons ago. This is 2008, possibly 2009. And I took him to a Cardinals game because we are, right around St. Louis and huge St. Louis Cardinal fans. And we were sitting in row one right next to the Cardinals dugout and first base. And he got a foul ball. He got several foul balls. He had a Pujols, a Yachty, a Ludwig. I mean, that was what he had those days. Who was playing? Yachty is still at this time. I don't really know. So I went ahead and grabbed all my circle punches. And I am going to create some baseballs. So that is what I was just kind of seeing if I had enough of the large ones. And I'm going to punch out some 2-inch, some 3/4. And this little guy right here is a 1/2 inch circle. And then I'm going to grab... I believe I use my Liquid Pearls Carnation Red, and I'm going to create the lines on the baseballs. And then I come in, I will also be using some Nuvo Crystal Drops in Red Berry. And you cannot forget the Stickles in Christmas Red. So I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of like little drops and such all around the page just to spruce that up a bit, all right? I did take my Hickory Smoke Distress ink and I went ahead and I distressed all of the circles because obviously it was white on white. I thought about doing some mixed media, which it would have been kind of cool, I guess, had I used some red and kind of splashed it up behind there, but alas, I did not at all. I didn't. So it's going to be white on white, and so I wanted to make sure that you could definitely see the difference in, or the, where the baseball was in the background paper. And then I go ahead and distress the sides of my 12 by 12 piece of paper there, which as you've seen is a piece of cardstock. Not cardstock, it's a pattern paper from a paper pad that I have. I will never use that, so when they're white on one side, I just keep them and I go ahead and use them for, the white base. And it's thick, heavyweight, so that's pretty cool too. Now I am just going to go ahead and start placing all of the big baseballs down, and I'm going to do a diagonal pattern, which I usually go from the bottom left to the top right, so I decided to go from the bottom right to the top left. And, my son is showing you his foul ball, so God, he's so little there, he was even missing a tooth. And he had his Pujols hat on. Fun story about that. We used to go to baseball games all the time when he was little, and we sat out in left field, and we were like 4 rows up in one of the boxes out there, right where Holliday used to play, because I was like in love with Matt Holliday. And there was a whole bunch of people that were gathering. It was a Cards-Cubs game, and if you know anything about that, that's like crazy. And my son was like, Mom, can I run down there and see what they're doing? And he was only like, 6 rows away from me. And I'm like, yeah, just no farther. And he ran down there, and he came back, and he was so mad because there was a Cubs player that was signing autographs, and Sam was just standing there, and the dude took his hat off and signed it, and Sam was like, a stinking Cub signs my Pujols hat. Oh, he was so mad. He would never wear that hat again after that game. Sorry, I just totally forgot about that. I was like, I don't even know who this player is. I'm like, you can't even tell what his signature is, Sam. You could totally tell people that Albert Pujols signed your hat. And he was like, that would be a lie. I'm like, it's better than saying a Cub signed it. But anyway. So I do take the smaller ones and I pop them up on some foam and sprinkle those around the page. And I am sorry if there are any Cub fans watching, but I'm sure you dislike the Cardinals, so it's totally fine. All right, so I do use every single one that I punched out and made. How cool is that, right? Yeah, no leftovers, right? No leftovers. So I am going to now come in with all those fun Nuvo and Stickles. And I'm going to sprinkle and, because even though I like this, I'm like, this needs so much more. So much more. Right? So I just start adding cute little dots all around the page. Or not really all around the page, just I fill in the void spots, right? Like I'm going in, and where there's empty spots, I'm just going to go ahead and add some best, uniform as I can dots. And I guess I should have sped this up just a little bit more. But alas, I did not. So while I'm doing this, though, I do want to remind you that all the lovely ladies that are playing along today with a Punched Out Thursday to Die For, they will be all listed down in the description box. So when you get done watching my video, please head on over there and see what they created. I can't wait because I love to see what they create. And I'm always so inspired. And then I'm like, dang it, my layout didn't stand up. But no, I absolutely love participating with these ladies. And I get to use my punches and dies, right? And like, would I really ever have thought to make baseballs? Probably not. Probably not. I love being in all these groups because it pushes me to create something that I normally would not have created. All right, so we are just finishing that up. And now the one I'm putting on now is like really glittery, so that's cool. All right, so I do mixed media. I totally forgot. I just don't do it the way that I was originally thinking. So I do come in with my Creamies Thunderstorm and my Shimmers Crimson Tide and my Blings Hi-Ho Silver. And I know there's 4 sitting there, right? I'm trying to see what the other one is that my Inklings Gosh Garnet. And I basically just splatter that. Now I do cover up the picture, as you've seen. I covered it up with some wax paper because I picked my cheapo wax paper up at the dollar store. And I use that to like put stickers and stuff on. So this one was the only one that I had sitting there, and I was recording, and I was not gonna be honest with you, I did not want to turn the video camera off. So I just went ahead and ripped that up real quick, and I immediately put the lid back on them because I would cry like a baby if I spilt that, and it would probably happen. But I do get it all spritzed and splattered all over the little area there. And now it's like all shiny. I love splattering. That's not even a word. But it's cool. And I got the layout right in front of me now. I'm looking at it. I really like the way this turned out. Like, yeah. And I love that picture of my son because that's like true smile. Like he is like super stoked that he got that foul ball. And no, he did not catch it. They have little guys that sit right in front of us to make sure that you don't run out on the field. And I sat in these seats regularly, so for years. So I made friends with that guy and was like, hey, got my kid. And so he would always give Sam a foul ball. Because let me tell you what, that's line drive territory right there. If you actually can read the sign right behind Sam's head, it says, attention. Please pay, it says, attention, warning, pay attention, objects come flying out of the playing field. And if you get a left-handed batter up and they just barely, they're early on their swing, I've seen people get rocked in the head with a foul ball because they're not paying attention. Like, yeah, it's bad, and like it takes you out. Like the people, like I don't know if they were okay, but I've seen a lot of people just like get thunked in the head. Yeah, that's bad. All right, so I do take some navy blue stickers that I have. And I do have to paper piece. I have to take the V and make it into an A, and I take two T's and make it into an L. So I'm like running out of letters. And what do you guys do with your letters when you can't make words anymore? Like, do you throw them away? Because I feel like that's wasteful. Like, what do you guys do? Just help a sister out. Tell me what you guys do in the comments below. Like, what you do when you run out of, like, you have, like, Q's and nothing left. Like, obviously, Q's, I would make O's. But when you literally just cannot make a word anymore, like, there's, like, just, you know, nothing. I do take these gray ones, and these are thickers, and they're, I believe, from a Hip Kit Club exclusive when I was a member of those, and they're gray, and since I had used some gray splatters, felt like that worked out real well, and it just says foul ball catch. You know, it worked. Now some of them are, you know, bad placement on my enamel dots there, but I make it work. Now I do have these cardinal stickers, and I'm going to come in and I stick the St. Louis Cardinal bird in there, and then the St. Louis Cardinal logo, and then I get the jersey. And the reason that I have those is we were planning on taking a trip. Me and my fiance were going to take our kids to a Cards Cubs game. We were going to go for a weekend in Chicago, and then we had them bought for Easter, like Good Friday in 2020. And y'all know what happened, right? Like, everything got canceled. And we had to wait until October to be able to even be able to use the tickets and purchase something else. Anyway, long story short, don't forget to hit the like button below and go check out all my other scrappy crafty friends, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.